Walter doing thumbs ups and jazz hands thing. Walter's doing it. I have no idea what the hell that means.
It's good to be back.
Okay, yes, we are live. This is episode 222. 222 of the Who Moved My Freedom podcast, live from the Strange Media Studios in Gainesville. And we're talking about Good Guy with a Gun Saves Lives in Florida. There's a whole bunch of other things that we're going to talk about, but we might, everyone on this panel right now is a Floridian.
Right.
So we might as well talk about that and some other things. Yesterday, we spent the whole show talking about the folding Glock from Full Conceal. So hopefully people got some information out of that.
I saw that.
You guys saw.
If they didn't get nothing from that, they weren't listening.
Yeah, I mean, that was 2 hours of info. So hopefully everyone's all good on that one. These guys behind the scenes were harassing me about my haircut. I got my haircut today. Mohawk.
Straight up, man. Woo.
Yeah, what can I say?
Hold on now.
Yeah.
What about the why isn't it curled up like he usually usually
Barnauls. Do you really want to start this all over again? You really need to have this conversation.
Okay.
I like it.
I've been going for about a month now, so all right. I'm not going. Okay, I'm gonna be good.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Because my barber sprays a bunch of hairspray in there.
Juices
so
and berries.
that makes it like stick up.
Man, ain't nothing but juices and berries. Juices and berries.
Yeah. Exactly. So there you go. Tomorrow it'll be looking totally different. So shout out to everyone in the chat. I'll go through the chat real quick. I see Special K, he's #1. DCG 44 is Richard Hughes. SDL Storm Spotter. Imposter, Strange Media moderator Gerald Loafers. Chris Bullis, the Archangel, Louis Valdez, shout out to Louis. He's out there, Ghetto Hood Gamer, Sergeant Poppy, as well as Boss Hog. Let's see who else we got here. Gregory Bradley, Michael Bender.
Brian,
yes, Brian Quick, CB Music Lover, Armament and Axes, D. Sipel says, hey. Ron and Ron says, last night's show was fantastic. The whole show, thumbs up and thanks. Awesome. Wow. Cool. Someone appreciated it. That's good. Tattoo Jason says, what's up? And Watchdog says, what's Walter eating?
Yeah,
are you eating?
I came home and I had some steak in the fridge we bought at Costco. And I cooked it up, and man, was that stuff good. It's some ribeye from Costco.
Okay. You went through all those other steaks that you had?
Oh, well, that's that the good stuff is long gone from that. Yeah, that's.
Oh. What type of other steaks was it?
What's that?
What type of other steaks did you have? The good ones?
These from Costco were ribeye. They're about 1.5 to 2 inch thick.
Oh, okay.
And I don't cook them that thick because it takes time. So I basically cut them in half, put some seasoning salt and some olive oil on, throw them on the grill. Oh, they were good. Oh man.
Yeah.
Made that and a baked potato and some mushrooms.
So that's all you need is some meat.
That's why I'm hot in here now. I'm all carved up and my engine's running.
Okay. Very good. Very good.
A lot of protein there.
Yeah, absolutely. Joshua Levy says the return of the black hair Mohawk. I don't know. Or back hair Mohawk. I don't know. I'm not sure. Is it black hair or back hair? I don't know. Could be the back hair. Yeah, Tyven Show is here.
Tyven
says good evening, Strangians. Music Lover says I'm looking a little Miami Vice.
Yeah, with the beard, I think the hair growing. I think that kind of is doing something.
Like Tubbs didn't have a mohawk.
No, Tubbs didn't have no mohawk.
He had a Jerry curl.
Yeah, something serious. That was a Jerry curl, damn it, Rod Mills. Okay,
I'm not gonna say anything.
Yeah, that was a Jerry curl. Let's see, LV Louis Cypher is in here. James Lawson, Bricks, the Pants as well. Let's see who else. Scorched Special K said scorched earth or what the hell? Scorched Earth Firearms Training. Can you hook me up with some passes with the Jags? Plays my Cowboys. Laugh out loud. So there you go. I don't know. Can you hook him up with some passes?
That would probably be a no. If we got new management, new owner, yeah, all that stuff kind of went out the door. Sorry.
Things are tightened up a bit then, huh?
Yeah,
it did. One thing with the Jaguars when they started winning games, it made it really hard for us to kind of give away tickets and that sort of thing. So, when you go to the playoffs, and you go to the AFC Championship game, one game away from the Super Bowl, it's kind of hard to give away tickets then.
Yeah, they don't need to fill seats now.
Exactly. They don't. Matter of fact, but filling seats, I know, Hank, you're a dog lover. We have a dog park inside of the stadium now.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So we got 2 swimming pools and a dog park, first ever for the NFL. So
a dog park.
Yeah.
Why would I bring my dog to the game?
Hey.
No,
I'm just saying, there's people that do it. Trust me.
Oh, people do everything, but
how are they stopping all the doggy sex that's going to happen?
Now, one thing that I would love if they had a shooting range inside the stadium. That would be awesome.
Yeah, that might get me down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think about that, Walter?
A shooting range inside?
I don't think it's going to happen.
I don't think that's going to go with NFL policy. I'm all for it. I don't have no problem.
We have all the strangerholics at the game every Sunday.
Nothing else. You have it out in the parking lot. Nothing else,
Absolutely. Let's see. John Gillian says he liked the show yesterday. Let me see. What was he saying there? I liked the show yesterday. That guy answered questions and didn't give us no BS. So there you go. Yeah, I think that was very cool of him to come on, take all questions. Yeah, so pretty good. Sometimes
that takes a lot because it's not always a friendly environment. So
yeah, it definitely wasn't yesterday, but I think that it was a good opportunity for people to hit him up with their questions. If you haven't seen it, go look at yesterday's show. It's up. Mystery Family says Costco steaks, good meat.
Yeah, those 4 steaks, those big old ribeyes are $47. So
wow,
it better be good for $47. But
hey, Hank, while I was in the Caribbean, I think I heard about Barnauls' YouTube station got taken down.
Damn, how long were you in the first of all, where were you in the Caribbean?
Okay. I wasn't in no, you from Guyana. Okay.
Guyana. Where were you going to say? That's the Caribbean.
No, Guyana is in the Caribbean.
Yes, it is.
I thought that's like South America.
It is in South American continent.
It's on the continent of South America. It's in the Caribbean.
Yeah, but the Caribbean ends at Aruba, right? Trinidad. No. Yeah, Trinidad, Tobago.
No.
Okay, all right. So I'm gonna have to research that.
Yeah, go ahead, pull it up.
I mean, is Guyana in the Caribbean?
Of course it is.
I know it. I guess it could be called West Indies.
No, right? I mean that's a stretch too. I think so.
Okay.
Oh, Walter, you're chiming in on this too. Walter. Are you also saying Guyana's not in the Caribbean?
Well, I also said that the 42 and the 43 were the same size. So.
Oh boy.
Boy.
That's why. But
Okay, let's someone Google it or whatever. Here, I'll look it up here in a second.
Let us know.
Armament and Axis says just ate T-bone from the local meat market. Yum. Okay, lots of people celebrating Walter's things. Len Holt says Frizzies. I guess he's talking about yeah, Frizzies. I guess. There you go. I don't like my hair being. I don't like the hairspray in my hair. It was very 80s.
Wait, hold on now. You said that's natural.
I never told you this. When my hair stands up like this, is because there's hairspray in it. I just said that at the top of the show. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So why don't you just get a blowout? You remember the blowouts from the 70s?
This is how my barber likes to cut my hair. Put it in there, get it, cut it, and there you go. And then I wash all that stuff out.
You know, I didn't do it back then, but you know, these guys tease the hair out in the bands. You know, get the big old, you know.
What you need is
I honestly back then,
you need a comb over. Damn it,
The comb.
Trump needs to like merchandise that thing.
I got your comb over right here.
Walter, don't do a comb over. I like
comb over.
Yeah. One of these days, when I get out of the shower, I'm gonna take a picture. I always do a comb over when I get out of the shower.
Time out.
What?
That's against the pro code. Do not take a picture when you get out the shower and post it. I got to stop you right there.
Now I will. So,
just make sure you are clothed.
Lola is always threatening me to show my coat because when I get out, I comb my hair sideways. I comb my hair a lot when I get out.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then I comb it. It looks like Hitler or something like that. So,
African Hitler, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
African Hitler. That's a good question. Who
would never happen. That's the one place Hitler is not going to go hide.
That would, you know, who would qualify as an I'm not saying that looks like Hitler, but somebody would same kind of.
What was the name of
Idi Amin?
Idi Amin, I think.
Idi Amin, yeah.
That was pretty much.
Yeah, he was about as close as you're probably. Well,
there was some other brutal people in Africa.
That dude in Mozambique is not a nice. That old guy there, man.
Yeah.
Somalia, the guy remembering that I was in Somalia when we did Black Hawk Down.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. And then the guy over in Haiti.
Oh,
Papa Doc.
Oh, yeah. Papa Doc Harris. Yeah, Papa.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of Haiti, I went to Haiti on one of the islands I went to.
Okay. Yeah. But that's the only place you could tell us you went to? The question I asked you, where did you go to in the Caribbean? Okay, obviously you didn't go to Guyana because it's not in the Caribbean according to you.
So I went to Labadee, Haiti. I went to Grand Cayman. I think Bridgetown, Grand Cayman.
Did you go by yourself on this Caribbean thing?
Technically, I drove down to Miami by myself, but the cruise is called festivalatSea.com. If you guys ever want to look at it, go to the website.
Was this like a gay cruise or
a gay cruise? Why the hell would I be on a gay cruise? Not that there's anything wrong with that, but no, this was not a gay cruise.
Just checking.
So if guys,
technically, I drove down to Miami by myself. Was this like a booty call cruise? What the hell was going on?
It was not a booty call. What is a booty call cruise?
Calling all booty.
I think that's pretty self-explanatory.
No, this was not a booty call cruise. But guys, if you get a chance, go to www.festivalatSea.com. That is the website.
And what was the festival? What was festivizing?
Well, it's a festival of everybody it's like a family cruise. We all get together. Everybody's from all over the United States. Actually, kind of almost all over the world. We had people from the UK, Africa, different places. So when we all got together on this cruise ship, it's a chartered cruise ship with the group I went with. So we had the whole boat. And we went, we sailed with Celebrity Cruises, which is like a step up. So we had, matter of fact, Hank, you know Anthony Hamilton, right? The singer.
Yeah, I've heard it. Yeah.
Yeah, he was on there. In Vogue was on there.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Gary Owen, the comedian.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Sounds familiar.
He was on one of Kevin Hart's movies.
Okay.
Gary Owen. And you may not know Avant.
Is that the comedian that jacked Kevin Hart for money?
I don't know if he jacked.
Okay.
I don't know about that, but
okay.
But it was pretty cool. I went to Nassau, Bahamas. If you guys ever go to Nassau, you got to try the conch salad, man. The conch. Not the fried conch, but the conch fritters, but the conch salad. Man, that is awesome, man. I've
been to Nassau, Long Island.
I bet you did. I actually ate 2 of the penises from the conch.
The penises?
Yeah.
Okay, I told you this was a freaking gay cruise, Walter.
No,
the truth has surfaced finally.
If you eat the penis of the conch, it's actually supposed to give you vitality. For those that don't know what vitality means, that means you don't need Viagra.
Okay, rude boy, don't eat the penis of nothing. Okay.
Just so everybody don't know what a conch is, that's a big ass snail.
Yeah, it's like a big snail. It's a shell, so
How could you eat a penis snail? You
I mean,
voluntarily ate the snail of a penis.
yeah, it's good though.
Penis,
It's actually
excuse me, the penis of a snail.
Penis, that's
It's
like
actually-
That doesn't make any sense.
penis.
it's actually pretty good though. It actually gives you vitality. It's supposed to keep you, give you strength.
I hope everyone here are bear witness to what I said. Rod Mills went on a gay cruise. I told you. There you go. It's all right, Rod. We're not gonna judge.
Don't judge me. Don't judge me.
No, we're not gonna judge you.
Hey, but I am going to judge these people that are in the chat. Hey, let's go ahead and share this video, man. We only got 37 people liking.
Yeah, hit the thumbs ups. Okay, we need those. Let me continue my shout out here. Rex Allen says, "Hank, you sound tired." Yes, I am absolutely beat. Very, very tired. I haven't taken since I got back. I literally got back Sunday and came back Monday to do the show and keeping everything going here. So. That's how it is, man. You gotta hustle. Gotta hustle hard. Otherwise, you wind up eating snail penises in the Caribbean. So
I went to Nassau once too.
I mean, the Bahamas or Nassau?
No, Nassau, Bahamas. Yeah.
Oh, well.
How was it?
This was in 1980, probably 4.
Oh, the good old days.
No, well, went with some friends, with some male friends.
Another wow. I'm learning things about you guys.
Gay Gunners Association of America.
All right, enough of that. I didn't go.
That's good. That's official. That's official.
No, it wasn't a gay cruise.
I haven't been to any other places in the Bahamas, but Nassau is like, once again, if you're right by the water, everything is peaches and cream and everything else. But when you get away from the water a little ways, it's the hood.
Yeah. I think, that's anywhere.
I don't know. That was in early 80s. So I don't know how it is now, but we went out, we just basically went out and it was guys and we just drank and drank and drank and drank and drank and did that kind of thing, just had fun,
Okay. Walter, we got to get you on another cruise, man.
Oh, it's been a while. It's been a while.
Man.
Yeah. We all, I think what we should do, we should see if I don't know if this is possible. We should all go on a cruise, everyone here, including people on the chat.
Hey, I did say, man, we need to do like an NRA type cruise. Matter of fact, I think I told you that the NRA convention, that it would be cool for all of us. Of course, we couldn't bring guns, but
Second Amendment cruise.
Yeah, we can also we can have what do they call those talk? Like the we can have little meetings and stuff on the cruise where we're talking about the Second Amendment. That would be cool though.
I ain't going on no cruise to talk about guns.
What would you like to talk about on this cruise, Walter?
Having fun.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure there's going to be lots of fun there.
I mean, being silly and having fun, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It was cool,
Yeah. And seeing things. I like to go places I ain't been before, so.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Like I said, I could always take you to Nassau County, Long Island.
Well, I've never been there. I mean, I have been out on Long Island a little bit. Been to Islip. Come in at the airport there one time at Islip. I've been in New York City. That's no big deal.
Yeah. Razor JB says what goes on the cruise gets told in the chat. And Brian Quick says he lived on a ship for 3.5 years.
Was he in the military or longshore?
I don't know. Or maybe he worked on a cruise ship. There's some
Merchant Marine or something.
Yeah, people work on the cruise ships. Lola says she's with Walter. She doesn't want.
Thank you, Lola. Thank you.
She wants to go on the cruise and have fun.
Yeah.
Get her drink on, probably.
Get silly. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so let's see. Let's turn this. I don't know. I don't know if we could turn this around right now. This is going to become the snail penis episode.
Snail penis episode.
Yeah, Brian Quick says yes, Navy. There you go.
Go Navy.
Go Navy. Go Army.
Yeah, so I'm sure he knows all about the snail penises.
Okay, he does. Yeah, he's a Navy.
You can sail the 7 seas.
Yeah, okay.
I got a new baby.
You have a new what?
New bayonet.
Oh boy.
Another bayonet?
Yeah, another. Yes, another one. This is an Italian-made M1 carbine bayonet.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
That's
so
nice.
you know what, Hank? El Tendo might know something about that.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
El Tendo, yeah.
Good
Yeah.
possibility. Says it was made in 1960. So.
Oh, nice. Okay, no, that's a good one.
Looks like a K-bar.
What's the sheath on that one?
It's just basically a copy of an American one. So it's.
Is it Kydex or?
No, it's like a fiberglass on the bottom and then a canvas on top.
Okay, so yeah, of course, back in the 60s, they didn't.
Yeah, that was the
Kydex technology did not exist.
Well, they had stuff like that. Maybe not Kydex itself, but they had other things very similar. But
yeah, so here's some breaking news. Jim Away Jam says, "I am from the Bahamas, and eating every part of the conch gives you strength. And yes, there are good and bad parts of the Bahamas, but it's nowhere as bad as the rest of the Caribbean."
That may be true. Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone else in every other Caribbean country says that.
You know what? Let's go find out and let's do it island by island.
Yeah. Oh, I'm down with that. I'm down with that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to every strip club on every island. No. No, you guys aren't gonna go.
I'm not against any
So
of it.
you got, yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
I'm not against any of that. I just, not
Go
something I would
You wouldn't plan it.
cast. Yes.
Yeah.
Because then they would try to make themselves something they're not. You know what I'm saying? So
Right. Yeah.
Hmm.
we want to get them like they really are.
Hank,
Yeah.
I think you would love Belize, Hank.
I've been
Belize?
I've been there.
Yeah.
I've been to Belize. I went to Belize once.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
have been to Honduras, which was beautiful.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I did 2 weeks of military training in El Salvador.
Okay, very cool.
What was
Very
that?
cool.
Yeah.
What vintage?
That was back in 95, 96, something like that.
So
Is that, go ahead.
that's after the Russians went away for a while, so it was kind of calmed down there.
Yeah. I was gonna say, is that when you founded MS-13?
Oh, that's right. That's where all those MS-13
Yeah,
folks
that's where
come
those
from.
mofos come from. Yeah. D. Seeple says conch eating cruise. No, thanks. I'm not eating snails. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Oh,
escargot.
that's right. That's right. I
don't.
forgot
You
don't
could
eat
call
that.
it snails, escargot. Lola's people, they have some kind of crazy dried snail thing that I remember her brother. He was, her brother's still in the army. Actually, he's like career army. But he was home for some reason. He came to visit us in New Jersey, and then I had to take him into the Bronx and get these freaking like dried ass snails. And then he cooked these things in my house, and it smelled so terrible that when him and Lola were done, I said, "Okay, take all the pots that the snails touched and throw those pots in the garbage." Okay,
That's right.
all new pots.
Hey, you don't even eat oysters, do you?
No, I don't.
And you don't eat crawfish either.
No.
Do you eat shrimp?
No, I don't.
So you eat no crustaceans at all?
No, I eat lobsters. Sometimes I eat crab.
Bottom feeders. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, a crab and a lobster is a
Yeah,
bottom feeder.
yeah. I like catfish.
Oh,
Well, that's a real bottom feeder there.
Yeah.
Catfish may be nastier than all of them.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
Yeah, and then there's this fish that we have in Guyana. It's called hasa. I don't know what the hell it's called here in
You mean
America.
bassa?
Hasa. It's basically an armor-plated fish.
Oh.
It's pretty good, but there you go.
How did it get to the armor?
You cook its ass, and then you can just peel the
Slide
armor
it
off.
out.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. So,
Did your mom ever cook that?
yeah, absolutely. It's a Guyanese thing.
Hey, question.
What?
Why am I getting emails and stuff talking about the NRA is about to go out of business or whatever? What's up with that?
Okay, that's a okay.
Is that true?
Are you trying to actually talk about gun stuff tonight?
Yeah, it was just on my I didn't want to forget it, but I'm like, why am I keep seeing this? I mean, did I miss something when I was gone?
Well, okay, so let me see.
yeah, you did, and everybody else did too, because all of a sudden it just popped up.
Oh, really?
No, it's been going on for here. I'll put this thing here in the chat for you guys. I was going to talk about this later, but
Okay.
You know, and I did want to talk about this thing that happened in Florida. But basically, yeah, you know, Governor Cuomo in New York is trying to put the NRA out of business by suing them into oblivion. Go ahead.
Speaking of Cuomo, you hear that he might be coming up on a play for pay scheme that he's been running.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I saw some stuff about that. That he might be who knows what'll happen to Cuomo.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you know, I wouldn't be surprised. But so there's a Truth About Guns article entitled "Governor Cuomo Rocking the New York Socialism Vibe by Targeting the NRA and Free Speech." There's a bunch of stuff in there, but relative to what Rod's talking about, this is a quote from Cuomo. It says, "If I could have put the NRA out of business, I would have done it 20 years ago," Cuomo said Friday. And he's not only trying to do that in New York, he's encouraging his gun control cronies across the country to do the same. On Monday, Cuomo urged leaders in other states to take similar actions against the NRA's Carry Guard insurance program, which covers legal costs stemming from self-defense shootings, something New York argues is unlawful. Okay, the Department of Financial Services has also pushed firms not to do business with the NRA. The NRA contends under threat, the firms could lose their license to operate in New York. So they're kind of coming at the NRA in a bunch of different ways.
Yeah. So how can you do that to NRA? You can't do that to the NAACP, can you?
You could do it. If they could allow Cuomo to do that to the NRA, then someone else could do it to anyone else.
But my question is, do they?
No, they don't. The answer to that is, of course, no, they don't.
No, they don't.
But that tactic could be used. Maybe we should use that tactic, their own tactic, against them.
Well, I mean,
maybe we should sue some things into oblivion.
Well, but that, yeah. Well, yeah, it takes money to do that too. We remember that now.
Yeah, it does.
You know, maybe the federal government should sue the crap out of every sanctuary state.
Well, they should. Well, that stuff's illegal anyways. Those people should be arrested, is what they should be doing. Yeah, that's how you cure that. Yeah, 60 days in the hole, as they say, or 30 days in the hole.
Yeah. So yeah, it's, you know what? I think there's gonna be lots more of that coming. It's kind of ironic. I think
they're in a panic state. The Dems are in a complete state of panic because they can't win an election.
Yeah, I don't think the NRA is broke either. But it is kind of ironic that this whole Carry Guard thing is one of the things they're using to attack them with. If you remember last year I think that was this year at the NRA. Wow, time's flying. They disinvited. Was that last year or this year?
This year.
I don't remember.
This year.
That was this year. They disinvited U.S. Yeah, what is it? USCCA?
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, Gregory Bradley says, "This is what I was texting you about on Monday, Hank." Yes, absolutely. And the thing is, I think that one of the things is that they went against the USCCA because they have an insurance thing, right? They pushed them out, and now that's being leveraged and used against them. I don't agree with it. On the other hand, I don't think that they're in any danger of going out of business. I also just don't think that it is it's like a valid way to fight people that you don't believe in, especially when those people are practicing something that's guaranteed by the Constitution. So
no. Who set up all these ways to sue people?
Who set it up?
The lawyers have set all this up.
Oh yeah, for sure.
They set themselves in a position where it's a steady flow of cash because they can sue anybody they want. They don't have to. If they lose, in some countries, if you sue somebody, you lose. You got to pay all their expenses.
Yeah, legal expenses.
Here in this country, you just man. It's like, oh yeah, well, fuck that. Oh, I'm out of here.
Yep, you just gone.
That's the bad part.
I mean, lots of politicians are lawyers, right?
Well, yeah, they are because
former lawyers.
Yeah.
I mean, when you need a lawyer, when you get a good one, they're great. But a lot of them are just nothing but parasites on the side of the system. Just sucking blood, and whether you like it or not, that's the truth. So, I mean, they're not there. They don't do any good. They don't make anything. They just take away. I mean, they just suck it out, you know. So you don't even get a kiss after you get sucked on. So
Yeah. So people are talking about. I know there was some elections in New York. I'm not 100% sure what the results of the elections were.
There was one in Ohio that was contested with the Dem and the Republican. I think the Republican, it's down to the votes, like the votes that are the mail-in votes have to be counted. There's like 8,000 mail-in votes in order for or 6,000, and in order for the Democrat to even have a chance, 60% of those have to be Democrat. So, and then people that are still alive too, which that's a whole nother subject. But yeah, so it doesn't look good for the Dem there.
Yeah. Tacos and French Fries says Hank saw you are going to be at OK Corral. Place is awesome. Is that in Okeechobee? I don't know. I don't know if that's what that place in Okeechobee is called. I am going to be doing something in Okeechobee, Florida, but I'm not sure if it's called the OK Corral or not. We're going to have them on, so unless that's some totally other different thing. But isn't the OK Corral like where's the OK Corral?
That's a Western thing.
Yeah. Not like in Texas somewhere.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking in my brain. But okay, yeah, we'll sort that out. I know that I am doing an event coming up. I think August 25th. I want to say in Okeechobee, Florida. So, yeah, that's maybe what these guys are talking about. Yeah. So there you go. So far as the NRA, I think that the NRA is in no danger of going out of business anytime soon. But maybe they should stop, like, going after other people inside the gun community, and then maybe I would feel more sorry for them. But I don't.
Yeah.
So
anyways, Ron, yeah, the NRA thing that popped up. I didn't heard about it till it popped up, but I was like, okay, well,
I thought it was just a hoax, or maybe sometimes the NRA always is trying to get money from you. I'm like, man, what in the world is going on here? Why are they doing this?
Oh, they are. They're not. They're still doing that.
Yeah, I blocked them on my phone. I'm like, don't call me. I'll send my membership once a year, and
I think that's what they're trying to do. They're just trying to raise money, but
but they want you to redo your membership 5 months before it's due to be up.
Yeah,
well, of course, yeah.
I just find it hard to have a lot of sympathy or even empathy at this point for the NRA. So, I mean, I just really don't. I don't think that we're all sitting at the same table and on the same platform or even in the same zone. Atomic Bull says a misstep by Cuomo. If the NRA goes away, what other pro-gun organization will be openly calling for gun control, for gun regulations and gun bans? Cuomo will be eliminating an ally.
Yeah.
So it's a little sarcastic, but kind of agree with that. So
guns, he said the NRA are fearmongers, which is true. I mean, because I had to educate myself, and I want to thank you guys for educating me, because about maybe 4 or 5 years ago, I'm thinking like, man, they're gonna, the shit's gonna hit the fan, and I'm like, okay, nah, this is just ways for money to get me, to get my money, and I had to really kind of do some research on that. But
the only time they know us is when they're collecting money.
Yeah,
they don't give a shit otherwise.
Yeah,
that's the problem. So they just really don't care, unless they want money from us, they don't care. They don't want to hear what we have to say,
But that's showing a lot of stubbornness, because of the fact that all they would have to do is change the way they're doing their operation. They got millions of people that are willing to give money to donate for the cause, but the way that they're running it, there's nobody going to be trying to do that now. There's nobody that's willing to give up their money to help, their cause, because first and foremost, the way they're set up, you got to get rid of Wayne LaPierre. You got to get rid of him. And the Chris, what's the other guy? The other guy, Chris
Cox.
Yeah, Chris Cox, got to get rid of him.
You should know about that, man. You were just eating snail cock.
Whatever, shut up. But you gotta, whatever. But you gotta. I mean, make it so that, hey, you know what? We get to vote whoever in maybe every 2 years or something like that. Don't make it so that nobody can you have an unlimited term limit.
Yeah, I think there's way too much abuse of the money and all that kind of stuff that they get from us. They're balling out too much, and then in lots of cases, they want to use that money against us. That's why I don't have any empathy. As long as they keep saying that they believe machine guns should be banned, I'm not going to agree with them.
Right.
There's a lot of other crap that they keep saying that I don't agree with. They don't like 3D printed guns. Well, screw those guys.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
the whole
we can go on and on.
Yeah, and it's just a silly subject. Don't even. How can you be so gullible to be drug into the 3D printed gun thing? How can you be so stupid?
Yeah,
stupid. What are you stupid? Come on.
Stupid. You're stupid.
You're stupid. I mean, it's like, come on. It's like, shit.
But I can say though, Walter, while I was on my cruise, that I did, talk to several people that were from California that were, way to the far left. And I kind of got them in the middle now because they wanted to know. They know me from Facebook, and, they just know me in general personally. And they say, well, Rod, why do you like guns? And so I remember one morning at breakfast, man, I think I spent maybe 2.5 hours talking to a panel of people at a table, maybe about 6 or 7 different people. And I'm just letting them know the history of guns in America. And then I also let them know, because just to let you know, everybody at my table was African American. And, the first thing I let them know that, hey, look, gun control was stupid racism from the beginning. I then also let them know, educated them to know that, the way our white counterparts look at guns totally different from black folks. Black people, when we think of guns predominantly, we think of guns like murder, bad things. And I'm like, man, that's the one thing that I had to get my head out of that thinking, that thought process. And I'm like, I got white friends like Walter and Patrick. And when you guys think of guns, it's fun, it's money. You guys are collecting, you're having a good time. You're doing all of that. And as an ambassador, I try to allow people of my race to say, hey, look, it isn't all bad. Just because what you see on the news, that's all you see on the news. But there are African Americans out there that we go hunting, we do competitive shooting, we collect, and we like going to the range because, for me, I'm prior military. There's nothing like going to a range in maybe like October or November in the state of Florida and being on that range about 8 o'clock in the morning and smelling gunpowder in the air. To me, man, I love that. I love that when I was in the military, just to go, it's like a euphoric moment. Now, I don't know if you guys share that same, that same thought process, but for me, October, November, or even, sometimes in the summer months when it's not really hot, going out there early in the morning, shooting maybe 50, 100 rounds and just smelling the gunpowder in the air, that does something to me.
I think anytime I'm shooting, I'm forgetting my troubles, my woes.
Yeah, exactly.
It's I think you can put it in the category of being a sport or something like that. But,
exactly.
It definitely does that. But also, I think one of the things you left out of there is that black people use guns to defend themselves all the time.
I think I think the history of, and unfortunately, probably most of these people from California were Democrats.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
they need to be reminded of who wanted to take the guns away from them. It wasn't the evil Republicans.
Exactly.
It was the evil Democrats in their white hoods.
You got to know your history. Yep.
And gun control is racist, because all it is to try to keep it down.
Right. Exactly.
And,
so I keep that Coleon video with gun control and the history of racism on in my favorites. So anytime when somebody says anything about it, I send that to them. And then the next thing, almost 9 times out of 10, when they text me back, it's like, wow, we didn't know, and I'm like, okay, I'm a little deeper than just going, shooting, and that's just, the end of it. I like to know the history of it. I mean, and one thing I can tell you this, because America is so divided right now. One thing that I can always tell everybody: when you go to like the gun range, you go to the gun show, the gun stores. I don't care what race you are. We all have one collective thinking at that point, And if it's something that gets everybody together in a peaceful manner to have open dialogue, I'm all for that.
Right.
I hate it when we are divided, and because now you have division. But when I go to a gun, let's say any of you guys, if you guys ever went to a gun store, on a weekend or weekday. I mean, Big Daddy Guns, Walter, I don't know if you ever going into gun stores, but man, I like going to gun stores. I got a gun store here that I go to, is local guy, a bunch of older guys, older white guys, older than you, Walter. These guys like
that's really friggin' old.
These guys in their 60s and 70s.
Sure.
I'm in my late 40s. We come from two totally different backgrounds. But man, when I go in there, man, it's about 10 guys in there, and all we do is talk about guns for hours, and you learn the history of a different type of gun, because I'm not the one that can say that I know everything about every gun. But if I can go in there, at least one of those guys can say, hey, you know what? Yeah, this gun here, and it came from this, is a derivative of this and blah, and it shoots this, and they talk about ammo and all of that. Man, it's nothing better for me to be able to go and do that. And I may not buy one single thing, but when I go there, I'm at least a little smarter when I leave than when I first came in.
I think I agree with that. I think there's lots of things. There's lots of commonalities. That's probably the best way to say it, that we have around guns. People just forget that, and the really important thing that I think that people need to remember when they think about it is that everyone's going to need to defend themselves at one point or another. So, and this is the reason why we want to preserve the gun rights, because that will be used to.
It ain't about hunting.
Yeah. So, for example, The Truth About Guns has this article. I'll just pull this up here. It says, woman shoots publicly masturbating nutcase trying to get into her house.
Well, this game.
So, this defensive gun use out of Southeast Houston falls solidly in the can't make this stuff up category. A couple of weeks before this incident, police had arrested the suspect for exposure, walking around naked in public. Tuesday evening, while out on bond, he was all natural once again, except this time he was also masturbating on a bicycle outside a woman's house. The woman, who is in her 60s, encountered him while taking out the trash around 5:15. She told him to stop the lewd behavior. He didn't. Instead, he watched her walk towards her front door, followed her straight up to it, and started trying to break in. From inside the house, the woman shouted at him to leave, warning him that she had a gun. He refused to leave, no doubt thinking of her 14-year-old granddaughter who was home there at the time. The woman fired a single shot through the front door. The guy was wounded, and he went to the hospital. He's going to survive. This is an elderly black woman.
So, should have shot him in the tallywhacker. You know what I'm saying? Be done with that whole jerking off thing. Woo.
Yeah. So, but what would she do? I mean, so this is what I'm trying to tell you. This is an elderly black woman. As someone is saying, like, I don't know. I don't say like African American. I say black. So
But
on that subject, we'll leave it real quick. That's like somebody saying, "Oh, that's an elderly Polish American woman." Yeah. You can say that, but for the most part, sorry about that. That's a divisional statement when you keep calling all these people by their different groups. It's
right.
Supposed to be Americans, I guess.
We're all Americans.
Yeah, I mean, we can get divided down. I think I'm not sure where the whole African American thing came from. It wasn't always here in America. I'm not a fan of it. But what I'm saying is, this is a black woman, right?
Yep.
And under what people are calling for, including lots of black people, she would be arrested right now. She would be going to jail right now. That's the thing that I think that we need to remember here. And it's not just her. There's lots of different people. I mean, we're going to talk about what happened
Was
here.
it a white dude or a black dude that's running around naked?
Well, it's Houston. So
it don't make any difference. But
it's Southeast Houston. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. This doesn't say. Yeah, this doesn't say. But
I don't care what color he was.
But it did say that she was a black woman. Right?
No, I'm looking at the picture of her. That's
okay. Well, you can see
that.
Okay.
Yeah, the truth about guns didn't. In this article, they didn't get into all that, but I see the picture of her.
That's another thing that kind of bothers me is when they talk about these perps, they always tippy-toe around things.
Mm-hmm.
You know, instead of saying, "Hey, we're looking for a black guy running through the neighborhood naked," or looking for a male running in the okay, obviously, if you see a black guy, anybody running through the neighborhood naked, it's going to get your attention.
Right. But exactly.
I mean, just kind of, as I say, if we're looking for a white car, let's call for a white car. It's not just say for an automobile. It's
exactly.
Yeah. I think we should not forget this. This is what we're trying to keep people out of prison, and I think the first people who are going to go to prison in America is the people who are in the worst neighborhoods, because they're not going to be able to defend themselves. And it's the fear that people in neighborhoods like Chicago, right? We were talking, I think, was it yesterday, Walter, or Monday?
That wasn't yesterday. We didn't talk about anything besides one thing. So
yeah. Okay. But okay, Monday. And we were talking about Chicago, right? There's like, what is it? 80?
Every time I hear the number, it gets bigger and bigger. But
I think it went up over the last couple of days, man, to be honest with you.
Just think of the cost. You have 60 people shot or not, I don't know what that figure means when they say they were shot, but they all have to go get some medical care. Somebody's got to pay for that crap.
We are.
It ain't
taxpayers.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you they all don't have insurance.
Oh, well, hello. When you go for a gun you walk in the hospital, you're talking 10 grand. Just
are you saying Obamacare doesn't cover gunshot wounds?
There's no Obamacare. There never was Obamacare. But just think how much money. I mean, of course, I don't want to see these people get shot either. That's we got to get this under control. But look how much money is being wasted fixing people. Well, if you just fix the problem, you won't have this problem.
Yeah, so who's shooting who in Chicago? I mean, you're talking about gang violence, right?
For the most part, it seems that way.
Yeah. One thing that you don't see anybody marching. Where are all the protests, the marchers, and all of that?
Well, they ain't around because they don't care.
Right, exactly.
Where's the Reverend Al up there? Where's he up there with his bullhorn? He's not up there. He don't care. There's no money up there.
You won't see Black Lives Matter. I don't know why. How come Black Lives Matter is not called African American Lives Matter?
Because it doesn't flow right.
I mean, they're snowflakes, yeah. But the thing is, you're not going to see them because it's black on black violence for the most part.
They don't care.
Or minority violence. And yeah, people don't care about that.
Don't care.
Yeah, there's other things they're going after. The problem is the law-abiding, hardworking people in Chicago that are, in lots of cases trapped in these neighborhoods, and it's not so easy to get out of it, are not able to defend themselves against these bastards. And if they had that ability, you could change a lot of things in Chicago. I'm just telling you. You could clean it up. It's so either the cops in Chicago are going to get really tough, which they don't want. So in my opinion, if they don't want that, then they should just,
nothing's going to change in Chicago.
So the cops either have to come in there and try to clean it up, or the people have to clean it up. I always vote for the people. I think the people should clean up their own messes.
Well, I don't think it'd happen, to be honest with you.
In Chicago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably. Granny's not going to go clean the gang up.
Well, the thing is that it's not going to be easy for anyone else to come in there and clean it up either, man. Right? It's not going to be easy for other people to go into Chicago and clean it up.
They know who commits the crimes. That's a fact. They've said this in public. They know who the crime committers are. They just have to go round them up, and that's not the pleasant part. And you have to keep them somewhere. You can't let them back out.
Right.
So,
as long as you have what's the name of the guy what the hell is this guy's name? Rahm Emanuel.
Well, yeah, he wants the whole Democratic way of doing things is the Democrats is to have violence and have strife, because then there's a victim, and then there's this one, and we're gonna, but they can't seem. that people are getting fed up with it, and they're like, "Hey, this guy's got to go."
Yeah. So, while I was on the road, I was looking at because I don't look at Fox News unless I'm in a hotel or something, and I was looking at a news article on Fox about the black community in Chicago is coming down against Rahm Emanuel.
Well, of course.
Yeah, because their eyes are open to the fact that he could give two shits.
Because Whitey doesn't give a crap because he doesn't make any money when it's peaceful.
Yeah, I know.
That's the democratic way. You got to have strife. You got to have a victim. You got to have, and they think that, they try to be the savior, but they never do quite enough to save anything besides, their bank account.
Yeah, I think this is always a ploy by the government to get you to give up your rights so that you could do something about this. But I think you should go the opposite.
They've already given all their rights up there. There's no more rights to give up in Chicago.
Well, that's
not even an issue. You can't take any more away when you got nothing to take away. So now you have to do something. You
have to claim back your rights, regardless of what the hell they say in Chicago, man. There's only one way to take care of those people. You already said the police can't do anything. You can do something about it in the moment.
I didn't say the police can't do anything. Their hands are tied.
I don't know how. Yeah,
their hands are tied. You can do something. Trust me.
I'm not super sure that their hands are tied.
Their hands are tied.
I don't think so. I don't know if look. I was just looking at
between the courts and the police and the in, the out.
Look, okay.
So the welfare that props these people up in these situations where they get money every month.
Okay, so let me run this by you. Here's something I saw in the news a couple hours ago. Police confronted over bait truck of Nike shoes left in black Chicago community. So this is a police operation going on in Chicago. They have a truck that says Nike shoes on it, and they drive it and they leave it like in a basketball
and wait for somebody to break into it.
Yeah, where these kids are playing basketball and all that, and then they arrest the kids. Now, obviously, these kids shouldn't see a Nike truck and try to go break in there and steal. But if they have time to do this kind of bullshit, they actually have time to do that in Chicago right now.
I'm not saying that's the way to go about it, but
yeah, I think it's a real simple issue. Like you said, they know who these people are. They know at this point it's statistic. They can predict where these things are happening.
It happens in the same streets, the same neighborhoods, the same alleys. It's
just go in. So then go in and take these dudes out. Come on.
Well, I'm not.
Come on now.
I said it got to be kind of 30ish, gangsterish, the mob kind of thing, like they did the mob, So
yeah, break them up. So Rod was talking about the Caribbean. You know what people do in the Caribbean with gangsters? They send the army in there and they just kill their asses.
Oh yeah.
It's no trial.
Well,
no spending time in jail. They just get the army together. They go find you.
Yeah, we have things called Bill of Rights and all that stuff too.
Okay, so. I get it. Yes.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Well, I'm not saying to violate that. I'm saying if you know who these dudes are, where they're coming to and what's going on. When they come in there, just light them up.
There's laws. They tippy toe around. And I there's laws already in place for all this stuff. There's RICO laws, all this stuff about gangsters and crime and gang activity. You just have to enforce the law, period.
I think they have to decide that they're going to do something about the problem
and be tough.
Yeah, and they need to let the people be involved in that. The people need to be involved in that. I guarantee you, in the neighborhood that you live in Florida, that Rod lives in Florida, that I live in here in Florida, if we had this kind of problem, we have the right to be sitting out there with some AR-15s.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Do you really think this is going to go down? I'm not saying Florida is perfect because. I mean,
there's a lot of places in Florida that aren't perfect.
Yeah, we know it's not perfect, but if you really had this problem in Florida and you wanted to do something about it, we don't need the police or anything like that. We have the rights to defend ourselves, and we have the means by which to do that. You could go buy an AR-15 here.
Unfortunately, in Florida, we haven't been, I'll use the term, de-educated to the point where, like, somebody from California thinks that every gun is evil. These people in these other places think that they don't have any rights, and the cops are gonna take care. Well, they know the cops aren't going to take care of them because they don't, but somehow the government's going to rescue them. You have to re-educate these people into the facts of life. they're responsible for their own stuff. You know?
Yeah, if they really need like the UN or somebody to go in there and save their asses, then they're just like, I
Did you
don't
ever
know.
see what happens when the UN goes into places in Africa?
Yeah, lots of people get raped.
It's a rape fest. Yeah. So rape fest is steal the money and go buy refrigerators and washing machines for their family.
The best person to save you is yourself.
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, it
The
happens.
best person to save you is yourself.
Long as you don't end up in jail because of it. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's why we are guaranteed these rights by the Constitution.
Well, that's,
you know, we're born with those rights, but the Constitution guarantees it. That keeps us out of jail. This is what people, like Rod was saying, people who are going against the Second Amendment and going against guns, they don't understand. Like, we're trying to, they think we're like somehow, you know, I run into this all the time. Like Rod is saying, when I'm talking to black people, they think somehow I'm trying to save you, Walter. I'm somehow on the side of the white man or something like that. Which I'm not. I'm on the side. I'm on my side. I'm on my family side.
I'm on the side of everybody. You know,
yeah, no, but you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
What I want is I want to be able to save and rescue and preserve my own damn freedom.
Right.
That's what I want. And I think people just don't understand that. And if you don't believe that what I'm saying is happening in America, all you have to do is look at Chicago.
Yeah,
that's it. It's
Detroit or New Orleans or any of the major cities are run by the Democratic Party.
Yeah,
and that's a fact. It's not something I'm. You know, it's
right.
Major cities where we've became socially aware and stuff like that. That's where you have problems.
Yeah. So just to
look at San Francisco. Oh my God! Look at that place. You know, beautiful town, and now it's like a freaking. In some places, it's like it's just third world.
Yeah.
You know, so there's no reason for that. So, no, I don't know.
So, and just to get to what we promised to talk about in the title of this
video, let's get off of this.
A good guy with a gun has, well, it's not getting off it, but a good guy with a gun has saved many lives in Florida, something the media rarely report. This is from Fox News. And thankfully, a heroic citizen with a permit to legally carry a concealed handgun was able to save countless lives in Florida Saturday when he shot a gunman who opened fire on a back-to-school event attended by over 150 students at a park in Titusville, Florida.
Oh, it was in Titusville. Okay.
Yeah, the media rarely give national news coverage to incidents like this, but responsible gun owners have stepped forward in this way many times before to save lives. In fact, concealed handgun permit holders have prevented dozens of mass public shootings just in recent years, while receiving only brief mentions in local news coverage. Fortunately, only the attacker was injured in Titusville. The gun permit holder shot him in the head to keep the attacker from shooting any children and adults in the park. Neither the permit holder nor the attacker have been identified so far by police. The attacker suffered life-threatening injuries and remains hospitalized.
Oh, they didn't let him die. Too bad.
Yeah. So, you know, and before I get into it, I'm going to let you guys speak on this.
It doesn't fit the plan, so you're never going to hear about it, period. There's nothing to doesn't fit the mantra, so they don't care.
Yeah, that's true. And there's lots of places here in Florida that don't care, believe it or not. As much as
they don't care. I mean, the news people don't care, because you watch the news in here, you watch the news in some other city, and the news is all the same, because they're all owned by the same companies. These TV stations, so they tell these people what to say. You're going to say this. You're going to say that.
Mm-hmm.
If it doesn't meet the thing, those people, we can go find another job somewhere else, cutie. You know.
And I think that goes back to what we were just saying in Chicago, right? If these things were happening and the people were able to defend themselves, you would see less of this. I'm not saying it would just go away totally. Obviously, it hasn't gone away here in Florida, but you know, under this situation, someone was able to do something about it.
It's warm here. All the fucking nuts come here to be warm, because you can live in Florida year round without any heat on, pretty much most places, a lot of places, not all places. Not where you live. No, I'm going to say you can snow up there, but
I like it like that though. I like the cold weather every now and then.
I like some seasonal change myself.
Yeah,
but you know, for the most part, it's the place to be, as they say. The Beverly Hillbillies said,
it's a paradise for everyone.
yeah, including the nuts.
What is that song? Pimper's Paradise. Is that?
Oh, you mentioned the dude running through the neighborhood.
Gangsta's Paradise.
You know, if back in the old days, if you ran through the neighborhood naked, you didn't end up back out on the street the next day.
Mm-hmm.
They put you in some place and watched you for a while run around naked.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but now, we can't do that. Oh, for God. Oh, Jesus. You know, we might violate his civil rights. So he's going to go run through the neighborhood naked until somebody either shoots him or he rapes somebody or, you know, something bad happens. Well, police can't do anything because we didn't see him do anything. That's the mantra from the police. Well,
that's a problem when the police is waiting around for that to go wrong before they do something about it. That's what happened in Parkland and in a bunch of different places.
Now it's come out that young fellow was asking for help and he was denied.
It denied, exactly.
More than
it's
once.
A cover-up.
So
we know it's a cover-up, man. They're gonna it's the same shit as what happened in Vegas, right?
Yeah, it was a cover-up on that too.
You know, nobody pays a price. I'm not saying we kill people because of it, but I'm saying that person that denied him stuff should no longer be in the position he's at, or in, or was, or where. You know, I mean,
well, we
exposed.
We lost accountability in America a long time ago.
Yeah, well, you know, look out what happened out in Berkeley the other day in California, where these Antifa guys attacked some people and they arrested a whole bunch of them, and they posted their pictures in the newspaper. And some of these people, these college professors, these people that know so much, said, "You shouldn't be putting these people's pictures in a newspaper. They're not guilty." And it's like, oh, really? Most places, most cities, a lot of states have laws against wearing hoods.
Mm-hmm.
In public,
wearing like hoodies, like a hoodie.
No, like hood.
Oh, like a full hood,
like the Klan hood. You know, those kind of things. Mask on your face. Mm-hmm. You can't wear a mask in public. You go into a bank with a mask on. What happens? You're about to rob the place. You go into a bank with a hat on. They don't like you to have a hat on in the bank because the camera. Don't? No. The camera can't see your face a lot of times because you have it down.
You know what? Actually, nowadays I hardly ever go to my bank.
But nevertheless,
don't you work at a bank?
Yeah, but I don't work in the retail part of the bank.
Yeah, the money part. That's or
the
business part. But yeah, so there's laws about this stuff already on the books in a lot of places for all this type of stuff. But you have to have somebody with enough chutzpah or a big enough set to enforce it. You know, and we can't do that. You know, we can't do that. Until somebody rapes somebody or murders somebody, then we should have did something. We should have did something. Yeah. Yeah, it's like, well, you should have let that. Well, anyways.
Yeah, I think we need to bring back accountability for people in situations like this.
You know what, man? I was at work the other day, and I'm sure, Walter, I know you went through this part. Hank, I don't know about you because you were in another country, but Walter, remember back in the day, we used to get SWATs at school.
SWATs.
What the hell is that?
Spanking.
Get paddled. Get a paddle. Yeah. I got it a couple times. Yeah.
So what makes you think I've never been beaten in school, man? I was born in a third world country.
Well, I mean, not by the students. I mean by the adults.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. My mother was a school teacher, and she beat more people in Guyana than anybody else.
I didn't know.
Do you think in third world countries there's less beatings?
Well, you know what?
You were in a damn Muslim country too. They beat the shit out of you just for looking cross-eyed.
In Nigeria, it was worse, man. They had beating machines.
Beating machines.
Yeah, they had machines for beating your ass.
Really?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh wow.
I don't know why Rod think like why do you? So I was in a third world country and they were like, "Oh, we're not gonna beat you."
Hey, I thought it was like coming to America, man. Hey,
no, they beat the living daylights out of you, man.
I got it a couple times in school.
Yeah.
Yes.
I never got swatted in school because I was too smart to get in trouble or too smart to get caught getting in trouble. I think the worst thing that happened to me in school is I got put in school suspension. And that was like torture, just sitting in your desk all day, just looking at the crazy doofus next to you, you know.
Yeah. That kind of stuff didn't bother me. I go stand in the corner. I'm like, no big deal.
Oh, really?
There's schools in the South right now, like here in Florida. There's schools that will beat you.
Yeah.
Really? But not public schools.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Well,
No.
I don't know.
I
Yeah.
think that's gone.
No.
Well, one time I got it for fighting. Another time I got it.
Wait, Walter, did you win?
I took on two guys.
What?
So, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead, Walter.
This is like elementary school. So,
hey, that's cool too.
Yeah.
In elementary school, your bones are so soft. I don't know. It's like looking at my boys when they were like 5 or 6 years old fighting each other. It's like,
yeah, I mean, that was silly stuff there. And then,
okay.
Then one time I got it for smarting back the teacher, but it happened so fast. I don't remember. I don't know what I did. It's like, come to the office. I'm like, what did I do? It's like, ow. I'm like, oh,
okay.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Yeah.
I guess the worst part, everybody in the class know you got hit too. So it's like,
man, the funniest thing that happened to me in school, man, we were in like some kind of assembly, and the dean of boys would take he took the students behind the curtains, and and when they opened up the curtains, the guy had the dean of boys had the guy shoot, the kid had to ran, but he got his shoe. Man, everybody, all the kids in the auditorium were cracking up, man. We never did find that kid, though. I think he disappeared.
Yeah.
Man, that was funny.
We need to bring back ass whoopings, but we need to do it for adults too. Like that deputy in Parkland.
He needs a good flogging.
Yeah, he should be publicly beaten.
Yeah, there's some adults that I think I call that rebooting the computer. So when you need a good reboot and where you got maybe I shouldn't do that again.
Yankee Marshall needs to get his ass whooped.
Oh boy.
Oh dear.
Yeah, y'all can tell him I said
it. I think he would enjoy that.
Yeah, he might enjoy that.
I think he would enjoy that kind of stuff. Sorry, I'm just opening up this.
I'm going to bring up an old subject, and you guys can mull it for just a second. Not old from yesterday. And I talked about this briefly yesterday, but we were talking about other things. Where it's not Smith. Yeah, Smith & Wesson's got a patent for an integrally suppressed pistol.
Okay.
Oh, there I go.
That was on the firearm blog.
Farm blog. Yeah.
Okay, hold on. That was
on. I thought that was kind of interesting.
And let me see. I'm trying to find that article on the firearm blog. Truth about guns. What the heck is a? Yeah. And what was it called? Smith & Wesson internal.
Sig Sauer. Sig. Patent integrally suppressed pistol. It was posted 2 days ago.
What kind of ammo?
I think it's on a 9mm because it's on a 320, a P320. So.
Hey, whatever happened to that funky gun that they had at SHOT Show this year, where you didn't need the short barrel rifle SBR?
Oh, the Franklin Armory thing.
Yeah. Whatever happened with that? I haven't heard anything about.
Oh, that's coming out. I saw Franklin on my road trip.
Hank was there in person.
Yeah, I was in Nevada visiting those guys. That's coming out.
Okay. All right.
From what I've heard, they've perfected that.
What about the ammo? I think the main part was the ammo.
Yeah, that too.
Okay.
So, I mean, I don't know. I've invited them to. Oh wow, that's a lot of gunpowder that came out of. We're talking about integrally suppressed.
Oh, you took it apart.
Well, this is my 22 that I built. Around that, see, there's the.
So a lot of crud in there, huh?
Yeah, there was a lot of crud in there. So I'm gonna swap this barrel. This barrel is gonna wind up going on the Defiant right there. It's gonna go on that one.
Wow.
So you remember the Defiant?
Yes.
Yeah. So that barrel is gonna go on there. That's like one of my projects that I need to get back to getting some gun projects done, along with a whole bunch of other stuff.
You and me too.
Around here, yeah.
You know what, Hank?
But that is coming out. That is coming out, Rod. Sorry.
Okay, cool.
So that's we'll have some.
Hank, this is the first time I've actually been on here since you've been in your new studio too. So I wanted to congratulate you on that.
Oh, thanks, but I don't think so. I don't think it's the first time.
Yeah, it is.
Really?
You know what? The last time I was on here, Lola was back there painting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember
makes
that.
sense. Yeah.
I like the choice of colors though. That's real nice.
Thanks. Yeah, I've still got a lot of work to do in here. Walter's supposed to be putting some kind of big.
I said I'd get a neon sign. I got to work on that.
Yeah.
What about Now I do miss like when you at the Big Daddy studio where you had the tactical walls in the back.
Oh, I've got those. I just need to put them up somewhere. I'm trying to figure out. I got to figure out all that stuff. So these only 2 rooms here have air conditioning, and it's hot as the bejeebus out there. So you know.
Gotcha. Well, congratulations again on the new move, and
thanks.
I know you're building. You know, like Hank, you know, just for right now, man, you could put like a screensaver that changes different guns behind you there.
Yeah, it would be cool, right? To put a monitor up there, and then, you know, like
that
a big
would be
massive
cool.
thing with me shooting guns.
Yeah,
maybe you know we'll see Walter every now and then, Rod Mills,
or you know, have
barbecue
videos of everybody at your hacienda. The videos from the hacienda.
yeah. I've got to try to work something like that out.
Yeah,
you know, eventually. Those are all projects in the works.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not as easy as it looks.
If you need any help, man, just call me and I'll be down there to help you out, man.
As long as there's some freaking conch penises involved. Sure, could be that. How many penises does a conch have?
He only has one, but I ate like 2 of them from 2 different.
I don't understand. Like, why would? Oh my God! Well, let me just avoid that.
Okay, Hank, if you could eat something other than Viagra that would make you hard as a rock sexually, would you do it?
And why did you need this on the cruise? I don't need it. I mean, personally, I don't need it.
I mean, I don't need it. I guess it's one of those impulse type things.
Let's see what happens
when you're on vacation. Who amongst us
did that work? Did that do something for you?
Well, I mean, I never had any issues with that, so I don't know if it worked or not. You know, but who amongst us has never done anything crazy on vacation?
Did it work better? Could you tell any difference?
I don't know if we should even get it back in.
Could someone else tell any different? I don't know. All right,
I can't tell any different, and you know if it worked or not. But hey, you know, it did not take away from me. I can say that.
Plead the Fifth Amendment. So
it did not take away my performance. I can tell you that.
Okay, so listen, let's go back here for a second just to like get out of that. So earlier you were asking about Guyana. You guys had that conversation about Guyana. So you can Wikipedia this. Take it.
Okay.
It is. So Guyana, officially the Cooperative Republic of Guyana. That means communist.
Yeah, cooperative. Yeah. Anytime you co-op.
Yeah, is a sovereign state on the northern mainland of South America. Okay, so it's in the northern mainland of South America. It is, however, often considered part of the Caribbean region because of its strong cultural, historical, and political ties with other Anglo-Caribbean countries and the Caribbean community. Guyana is bordered by the Atlantic Ocean to the north, Brazil to the south and southwest, Suriname to the east, and Venezuela to the west. So basically, it's in the northeast part of the continent, and it's right in the freaking, you know, the Atlantic Ocean's there. Mm-hmm. It's connected.
Okay, so Hank, I can always tell it is what color is your water there? Your ocean water? I mean, is it the blue?
Yeah, I don't know.
Is it muddy?
I haven't been in a long time. I haven't been. I left Guyana when I was 5 years old. I left Guyana when I was 5 years old. So let's go look Guyana up on a map. How about that?
No, let's look at images of Guyana. I want to see some beach.
Okay. So all right. So pull up images of Guyana. You pull it up.
I'm gonna do
Just go to Google. Okay.
I'm gonna do that.
Put in Guyana and pull up images and tell me what do you think. It's on the South American continent for sure, but you know.
All right. While y'all are looking doing your geography lesson, SoCal Gunner gave you $10, man.
Oh, okay. For what?
You guys locked into the Archangel 1022 quad stock, shot that was that? Oh,
What?
was at SHOT Show soon to be.
Okay, so have you guys
looked into the Archangel 1022?
Is that Peggy back there?
Stock that was at SHOT Show, soon to be released. Okay, let me look this up. Archangel.
Oh, look at my link. Oh,
what link are you sending? What link are you sending me?
That is a link of a beach in Guyana.
My wife bought me a fan. She's wonderful.
Oh,
hey, Peggy.
Yeah. Does that look like the Caribbean to you?
It does.
All right, then hush your mouth. Hush your freaking snail penis eating mouth.
It does look like the Caribbean. But hey, you didn't know. You obviously had never been to that beach.
I can't remember. I'm pretty sure I've been to the beach, but I left Guyana when I was 5 years old. Do you remember that part?
Oh yeah, I heard.
Do you remember that part? Can we look up this is it QBD stock?
If you don't want to oscillate it, you can turn it off.
Archangel QBD stock.
It's the right point.
It's got hurricane mode on this thing. That's cool.
Yeah.
Archangel.
Oh, what is that?
Is it Q? I'm not sure. Is it QDB? Okay, here we go. Archangel QDB. Let's see what this looks like.
Straight at you when it gets to the point.
Oh, so it's like a takedown? It's like a takedown stock?
Wait, hey, did I hear somebody say that they sent you $10 on here? You can do that now?
Yeah.
When did they do that? Start that again with you.
Oh, because we got monetized. Where were you at?
I was probably in the Caribbean somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. But obviously not going to Guyana. There you go. So is this the takedown version that he's talking about? SoCal Gunner, are you talking about the takedown, or is there only a takedown version? I don't know. I haven't really seen it, but I'm looking at it now. Walter, are you looking at it?
No, my wife just brought me a new fan, so.
Oh yes. Shout out to Peggy.
Yep.
Keeping
me cool.
Yeah. So I'm
while you're looking at
this,
that, speaking of Peggy, she went to Comic-Con over the last weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And there's some people there, a guy there that does some really cool patches.
Oh, wow.
And
wait, put those up again. Put those up. Let's see.
These are a couple of them.
Awesome.
Yeah, if you like this kind of stuff, that's like a zombie with a drink.
Yeah.
Like the Grim Reaper having a.
I like that. That is nice.
Yeah. You know what I would
gun?
like to see a patch of a zombie snail's penis.
Oh Jesus!
Sitting on the beach in the Bahamas.
Okay, so you know what? Do this. Google conch penis images.
No, I refuse.
I'll do it. I'll send it to you.
Those are cool patches, Walter. I like those.
Yeah, that just a little shout out for that dude. It's 7th Inc. or 7th.inc.com.
Yeah. Richard Hughes says, when is Scorched Earth firearms training? When is the Rod Eating Snails t-shirt coming out? No, that's not the t-shirt. It has to be Rod holding like a big massive snail with its penis dangling out of there. Firearm Rack says it's a takedown stock for non-takedown 1022s.
Oh, okay.
So that's interesting. It's interesting. It wasn't on my radar, but I will definitely take a look at it. What do you say, Walter?
Sure. I'm always game. Yeah.
Yeah, that's always a cool thing. You can fold it, put it up. Wait a second. It's a folder. That's criminal. How dare they make something that folds, damn it? I'm being sarcastic.
Oh, what? Who?
Because yesterday we had the folding Glock guys from full conceal on. And,
who makes it again? I'm sorry.
Archangel. So that would be the same guys that make Pro Mag.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why Rod Mills is trying to send me pictures of snail penises.
Well, I just sent it to you. You can look at it.
Yeah.
Walter, check it out. It doesn't look bad at all, does it?
Hang on just a second. I can't multitask.
Walter, don't look at it. Don't look at it.
Let me see. Scorched Earth.
If you look at it, you're gonna turn into salt.
No, it's in the internal chat here.
Okay. Don't look at it. So yes, this is not a good direction.
Yeah, when you say don't, what happens?
You're gonna look at it.
Yeah, Walter's like, now I'm looking at it.
He's looking at it even faster now.
Yeah, Razor JB wants to know how far is my studio from my home. Yeah, it's about like half an hour. Depending on traffic, could be 40 minutes.
That's a nice beach. I'm looking at that one with the beach. Yeah.
The beach. Okay.
Did you look at the guy? Look, okay, so I put the scroll a little bit further down to the bottom of the
okay, there we go. There we go.
link.
Okay, so look, I'm gonna send you guys this recoil web.
Oh, dude, that thing's like a worm, man. That's all it is. Like a worm.
It looks like a little worm.
Like a worm.
Okay, guys, I'm saying this now. I'm saying this. I don't want to talk about no more snail penises. We need an embargo on the escargot.
I can picture somebody saying, "Man, did you hear about Hank Strange? They were talking about snail penises on there."
Can you look? I just put this folding stock up in here. Can you look at that?
Up in here,
Oh, let's see. Up in here.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh, it's got a hint. Where? Let me get a little closer picture of it.
Oh, that is nice. Recoil magazine.
Oh, where is it? Oh, lifestyle. That's not it.
What is that? What type of rifle is that? Hey,
A 1022.
Okay, all right.
A Ruger 1022.
I mean, I'm for me, it wouldn't be practical for me. I mean, why would I walk around with a folded up 1022? But hey, to each his own. I mean,
that kind of looks.
Why wouldn't you? It goes in a smaller bag. I don't understand what you're saying.
I mean, if I'm okay, I'm just trying to picture where would I be at with a 1022 other than the range?
In a backpack, maybe, or something like that. Camping.
Yeah, well, I guess camping. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you go camping or not. I mean,
I wouldn't use a 1022 to go camping.
When you go snail hunting, you can always take that with you.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
See, he started again.
It kind of reminds me of it reminds me of the Magpul stock, kind of. It's got that same feel about it, but
yeah. In case the snails get a little bit out of control.
There he is.
So I just want to. So here, hold on a second here. Let me see how I'm gonna do this. Okay, so I don't know if I could put this link up here in Google so people in the chat could see it. Okay, look, it looks like it let me put it up there. And then I want you guys to go to this link that I'm putting up here of the map, just so we could settle this here for a second. So go to that link of that map right there that I put up there.
He's going back. He's relentless.
Yeah, I just want you to look at it. If you move around and you go right above Guyana, right? You're gonna see it's sharing basically the same water with Trinidad. Yeah. So if you go above, if you move up, you'll see to your left and up Trinidad and Tobago, Grenada, Barbados,
right
St. Lucia, Dominica, Montserrat, British Virgin Islands. Just showing you. So there you go.
I mean, it's the ass end of the Caribbean, if anything.
Well, I know that you prefer the dick end. I mean, I'll take whatever. I'll take the ass end over.
What I'm trying to figure out is why don't I see the border between Venezuela and Guyana? Is it like
the border?
Yeah, I see a Guyana city in Venezuela.
That's all possible.
Are they all like the same? Like it looks like United States and Canada, I guess.
There's a border there. I don't know. Oh, yeah, there's a border, but listen. So that part of Guyana is going to be heavy rainforest.
Oh, yeah, it looks like jungle area.
Yeah, so that's most of the people live on the. There is a Guyana city, like you said, in there, but most of the people in Guyana are living right around Georgetown.
Why is all these Georgetown? I mean, who?
King George.
King George, yeah.
King George.
Oh, so you guys were taken over by the British or something?
Yeah, it was a British colony. My parents were British citizens up until like a few years before I was born. And the ironic part about that, I think I've talked about this on the show. The ironic part about that is we all went to live in England, but my parent, like Guyana, had claimed its sovereignty at the time. So, and my dad got his master's degree from Brunel in London, and then they told him that we all had to get the hell out.
Oh wow!
We had to leave England. My parents didn't want to leave, but they said, "Yeah, you got to leave." To people who were born British citizens. So when you hear the rest of the world talking about immigration and all this bullshit, you need to tell them to shut the hell up. Tell them to have a nice, good cup of shut the hell up. Like, for example, I remember when I had relatives I have a lot of relatives that live in England, and they were like, it's about time that America gets a black president. And I was like, yeah, because they want to be exactly like England, how you guys had like a black prime minister.
Mhm.
And then they thought about that for a second. No, they didn't. That's the point.
I don't care what color they are, as long as they're.
Me neither. I was born in a country that was run by people that were very close genetically to me. It makes no difference. I also lived in Nigeria that was run by Africans.
And
any race can fuck up a country. I'll just tell you that right now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So if people think that your race or something is going to keep you from destroying,
I just don't want a Marxist leftist running the place. That's what
we just want freedom. That's all we want.
Hey guys, I want to send out a condolences to Robert Harris. I know I wasn't on here, and I know this happened a couple of weeks ago, but his dog Ranger passed away. So I wanted to just send out condolences to Robert Harris. Robert Harris is the one that won he won something at NRA from you.
Okay. Yeah. I know that's tough. Yeah. A dog is a man's best friend.
That is true.
So,
that is true.
Matter
of fact, how's your dog's doing?
He's good. My dog's good.
Okay.
Living outside.
Still jumping on cars. Huh?
Only Walter's car. He don't jump on my car. He'll die.
You tried to jump on my car, and I almost hit you.
There you go. He don't like black people.
Oh, he don't.
What? He wants to come home with me.
Get me out of here.
He doesn't like Beamers. He doesn't like BMWs. I'll tell you what, he knows better than to mess with me. I'll just tell you that much.
Oh, yeah, you feed him.
Yeah.
I like him. He's a nice dog.
Walter, do you have a dog?
My son got a dog. Now he's got a Italian Mastiff.
Yeah, the big one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's pictures of what's the name
Minnie?
of the dog? Minnie. Yeah. I haven't seen pictures of Minnie. She's probably massive.
Minnie's probably about 60 pounds now. So
where's the pictures? No pictures. Where's Will Killer Keller?
All points bulletin. Will Killer Keller.
Yeah. Send pictures.
He was posting regularly on Instagram because she had a page of her own. But he hadn't done it recently for some reason. I got some pictures of Minnie somewhere here. Let me see.
Okay. And where's Nick Bone at?
What's that?
Oh, that's you're talking about Patrick Babyface's his dog. We saw him Monday. He was on the show Monday.
Okay, cool.
Neckbone. He was on the show. Jay Brennan.
Neckbone.
Jay Brennan wants to know, Walter, I'm going to let you handle this one.
Okay, go for it.
Jay Brennan wants to know, hey, Walter, are your uppers still for sale?
Not at the moment. Stay tuned.
There you go.
That's all I can say right now.
Yeah, Walter can't talk about it right now, but
everything's on hold right now. So.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, 817 LDS says, could you recap the guy in Florida? Where's that article? I'm looking for that Florida. Did I throw that Florida article up to you guys? Hold on a second here. I've closed a bunch of articles, so it's a good guy with a gun.
There's Minnie sitting on the floor in the shop.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. Let me lock it on you. Hold on 1 second. There we go.
Oh, wait a minute. What? Something just who just sent me a text? Oh, my son did.
Is it Will Killer Keller?
Yeah. Oh, wait. I got a fresh picture of Minnie. Oh, wait a minute. I got all kinds of pictures of Minnie. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on a second here. Sorry for this moment of complete. Oh, there's another picture of Minnie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's getting big.
Oh yeah, she's three. I would say she's probably 3/4 of the way there. So
yeah, she doesn't have she doesn't have the massive. I think the dudes have more like
they have bigger jowls and stuff. Yeah, she'll have a pretty good sized head, but she'll probably be pushing 90 pounds when it's all over with. So
yeah. But you want her to be lean, and
she comes to me. Yeah. She's not fat or nothing. She comes up to you and just leans on you. It's like the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Come up next to you, just lean on your side, and it's like, hey, I'm here. You know?
Yeah. Does she still like to eat people's shoes? Because I'm gonna send you my shoe bill.
She does have it's a female. She likes shoes. I can't
Yeah, exactly. So to go back to the this article, you know what? Here, let me share this with
Peed
you.
on my shoe one day, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, that's marking territory.
I came over there. She squatted down. I thought she was just being friendly and squat down on my shoe. She squatted down my shoe and peed right on top of my shoe. I said,
Oh, boy.
"Dang it." I laughed. I can't get upset about it. I just you know.
That's marking the territory. Okay, so someone wanted us to go back. It's a Fox News article. It says good guy with a gun has saved many lives in Florida. Something the media rarely reports. I read parts of it before. Here's another quote out of it. Law enforcement officers cannot be everywhere. So the presence of armed citizens is vital to provide an instant response to attackers. What? Based, go ahead.
Yeah, people don't realize how few police there are.
Exactly.
If you run the numbers, how many cops there are and how many people there are in the area they have to cover.
Yeah, in Florida, and if you're in New York City, for example, there's probably more cops than human beings.
Yeah,
people there. And I'm not trying to say the cops are not human beings, but there's a shit ton of cops in New York City.
Yeah.
So, and there's probably too many, in my opinion,
for that area.
Yeah, what they need is better trained and practiced officers
and an armed citizenry.
Yes, and the people allowed to be armed. So this quote, I'm going to say it again. Law enforcement officers cannot be everywhere, so the presence of armed citizens is vital to provide an instant response to attackers. Based on the information that we've gathered, said Titusville Police Sergeant William Amos, this person stepped in and saved a lot of people's lives. The police responded within minutes, but the gun permit holder was right there the moment the attack started, enabling him to stop the attacker almost immediately. I
mean, did they really need to push that for people to understand?
I don't think people do. Well, see, like we understand. I think you understand, obviously, Rob. But do you think everyone understands that?
I mean,
what do you guys think about that? What do you think about that, Walter? Do you guys really think everyone understands that?
What about the need to be armed? People need to be armed.
Yeah, I mean, it seems obvious, like Rod's saying, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, it doesn't hurt anything.
Yeah, but it seems like an obvious thing. Unfortunately, most people don't get that.
Yeah, well, I don't know how you respond to that, really. I mean, yeah, it's obvious. I mean, yeah, I mean, it's well, yeah. I can't come up with a good response. Yes.
Yes. This is one word. Yes.
Yes.
Mazel tov.
I think more people need to be made aware that, if the police are going to respond in minutes to something, that's a lifetime.
Oh, in minutes, you can have 15, 20 people dead. So
yeah. So when you're under fire, that's a lifetime. And the way to deal with, or if you're under the knife, if there's someone there with a knife, if there's someone there with Molotov cocktails, throwing rocks, if there's someone there with fists trying to beat someone to death, you can be beaten. Lots of people can be beaten to death within minutes. Obviously, things scale up in destructive capability from there. But, the ability of someone to respond to that immediately is incredibly important. And we're seeing a lack of that in a lot of places in America. I mean, look at this kid. It still bothers me, as it should bother lots of people in New York City. This kid in New York City that they pulled him out of a bodega and stabbed him to death.
I saw that.
And, and people just stood around. And, what? It's tough. I'm not like trying to defend the people that stood around, but what are you supposed to do? People need to be armed in these situations legally, where they can do something about this and then not spend the rest of their lives in jail or under prosecution or persecution, getting sued and all this kind of stuff. Right. And that's why I think in places like New York City, victims in New York City need to start suing Cuomo. That's what they need to do. They need to turn the tables on those people and start suing their asses.
So what I want to know is, where is Cuomo getting these funds for? Is this from taxpayers or is this private entity?
Of course, he's just using the people. He's using the people's the money from the people to further his political career.
Wow.
Yeah. So I know there's this news article. So here we go. This is another headline from Fox. 2 New Jersey detectives wounded in ambush attack.
Yeah, I
Police
saw
say.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, so 2 plainclothes detectives were shot Tuesday night while sitting in their vehicle at a red light in what authorities in Camden, New Jersey were calling an ambush attack. At least 1 suspect fired as many as 25 rounds at the police officers. Camden County Police Chief Jeff Scott Thomas said the information we have thus far is that they were essentially ambushed. Thompson told reporters at a late-night news conference, a male walked up and began opening fire. We have anywhere between 10 and 25 rounds that were fired at the officers. No information was available on possible motive for the attack.
Did they die?
And the suspect remains on the loose.
Look, amazingly, they didn't. They went away with relatively minor injuries.
Yeah, 1 was male, 1 was female. Both were taken to area hospital where they're expected to survive. Yeah,
well, not minor, but considering the number of rounds that were fired and through glass and stuff like that, luckily they're not dead.
Yeah, and you know, probably, hopefully, they had their vests on. You know, I have like one of my very, very good friends. Actually, is a police officer in New Jersey. Actually, I have 2 friends that are police officers in New Jersey. So,
yeah, you got 2 friends besides me and Raw.
Yeah, that's crazy. I know, right? I used to live in New Jersey, so I
had
you know, back in my hip hop days, I was in New Jersey. And actually, my friend who was a rapper on that, he was the rapper, I was the producer.
No,
he's a police officer now. Yeah.
Yeah, he went to the. Dark side.
It's funny because I remember one time he was coming to the studio to do something with me and he wasn't there. And I was trying to find him, and apparently because someone stole his identity. So these officers were following him, and when they saw the name, I think it was one of his cousins or something, stole his identity. So when they saw his name, they pulled him over and they were detaining him. And then I went over there and I was talking to them. And they were asking me like, "Oh, do you know this guy?" And I was like, "Yeah, you know, he's a good guy. He's supposed to be recording in the studio with me and all that." And then they let him go.
Did he ever say "F the police"?
I don't know. He's always been a good guy, you know. So he's always been like responsible. He to me was a very nerdy. He was a rapper and he's real tough. You know, he boxes and works out and all that kind of stuff. He looks a lot like. Have you ever seen Eddie Murphy's brother, Charlie Murphy?
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks a lot like that, you know, and but he was always a good guy. So, you know, and now he's one of the good guys out there.
Special
doing
case.
his thing.
I think.
Go ahead.
Did I miss the Gorn show?
The Gorn show. Okay, so what do you guys have for Gorn? I was showing my my 1022, my Ruger 1022 kit that I built here with this. You know, check that out. The Arrowhead stock.
I got a text from Tyven that says the gun collective is reporting the 9th Circuit Court ruling that open carry is legal and protected under the Constitution.
I saw that.
Okay.
So I don't know anything else besides what Tyven said.
I mean, yeah, that's news from 1776.
Hey, Tyven.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff like that going on. There was another article that I was going to bring up in Reuters. Is it Reuters or Routers? I don't know.
Reuters.
Unlikely pair could usher gun rights case to U.S. Supreme Court. Alan Beck is an independent lawyer who took on Young's appeal for free. So basically, George Young is a Vietnam veteran who sued the state of Hawaii 3 times on his own without a lawyer for the right to carry a handgun and lost each time. Wow. Alan Beck is an independent lawyer who took on Young's appeal for free. Last month, the duo won a major victory for gun rights when an appeals court found Hawaii's restrictive handgun law unconstitutional.
Bitch.
Yeah. A ruling that could lead to a landmark decision from the U.S. Supreme Court on the right to bear arms in public. And they did so without the help of the powerful NRA.
Muka Luka Heine, Miki Heine Ho.
Yeah, the NRA, we can go on to read all that. The NRA didn't want to help it.
Well, because they didn't figure they had a chance. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure the NRA is going to step in there and claim it had something to do with it.
There's not enough peeps in Hawaii to make the fundraising profitable.
Maybe not. You know how those guys get down. So yeah, check this out. This is from Old Fort Arms. It's the Arrowhead stock, and it
22?
has it has the ATI Outdoors stock on it right there. See that?
Man, they need to put it. They need to put that ATI pistol grip on there.
Yeah. I need to change that and put that on there. I have one.
Is that the quick change barrel thing, right?
This one? No, this okay, so this stock allows you to build up. It's basically a lower.
Is that new for you, or you had that?
Basically, yeah, I've had this for a little while. Basically, it's not a lower. So this allows you to put in a receiver. So up here's a 1022 receiver right there. Mm-hmm. So you can put a 1022 receiver in this, and then you could put on any stock that you want, any pistol grip that you want, all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Basically any kind of like handguard that you want, etc., etc.
So
hey, that's what's going on here with this build.
When are you going to do a review at the hacienda on it?
Of this?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's already out. I already have videos. Yeah, man. I've got over 1,000 videos on the Hank Strange channel. FYI. Okay. There's a bunch of videos over there. I'm sure you haven't seen them all. And no one has seen them all. By the way. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that integrally suppressed barrel out of there because it's a 1022 barrel, and I'm going to put it in this. So this is from the guys that make the Chris Vector, Chris USA. It's called the Defiance.
Right, I remember that.
It's a aluminum AR basically. It's got the same lower, it's basically an AR lower down here, so you can do whatever you want to do. The difference with this is that the barrel in here, the bolt, is from 1022, so you can change that barrel in there and put in any 1022 barrel. Well, for the most part, I don't think any. So that's one of my projects of what I'm getting up to.
Cool.
That needs to be done. Okay, what do you guys got, Walter? Let's see what you got.
This is Strobog or Stroberg, however you want to say it. The SP9A1 from Grand Power.
Grand Power.
Grand Power. It's very, as they say,
it looks good.
That's Grand Power is made by the UK, right?
No. It's made in Slovakia.
Okay.
But this one kind of resembles. People say it resembles the B&T. But I bought it as a pistol. We made an adapter here for Picatinny rail, and then we're going to actually make a stock for it also. So, And so I've shot it in the bullet trap, but I have not shot it in the great outdoors. So it's one.
Are you bringing that this week? Are you still coming out here this weekend?
We're talking Saturday, right?
Yeah.
I'm thinking yes.
Okay.
Even though I've had the opportunity to go have a change in engine with a military vehicle, we need to shoot. So we're going to shoot guns. So.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to keep you away from
No. Well, we got business to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, I understand. Yeah, we got to get it done.
Some business.
Get her done.
Get her done. Shoot some guns.
So that's your adapter on the end there?
Yes, that's the adapter. Okay. Yes. So say if you want to put like the folding SIG stock that comes on the MCX and stuff, it's really sweet. You slide it on there. Fits really. I tried to bring it tonight, but I think Chris, the machinist, has it doing some drawings with it and stuff.
So this looks a lot like a B&T, right?
Yes, that's what people say. Yes.
What's the price of this one?
This one here actually came with the SB Tactical brace in the tube. It was $7.99. Right after I bought this, they dropped the price down to $6 something. I got this from Palmetto State Armory. I know.
I bet that hurts.
Without the brace. So
okay.
I bought the brace just to see how it all works.
Wait, Palmetto State Armory has that?
They did, yeah.
Oh, okay.
What
they might have sold them out by now. We need to look and see if Palmetto State Armory. Did they sell them all out already?
You asking me?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Is
that 223?
No, it's 9mm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
9mm. They do supposedly over in Europe make a 223 version of this, which would be almost like a SCAR size type gun.
Yeah.
And also it's available in 45 ACP, which a lot of people get all excited about. I'm not so much a 45 ACP guy.
If it was 10mm, man, that would be
awesome.
Well,
yeah, you get a wood there. Ding, snail penis, ding.
Yeah.
That's not me. That's Walter.
Well, I couldn't pass that one up. But anyways, yeah, it's really well built. I mean, it's really nicely made. It's not junk or anything like that.
It looks good. So on the side there, are those vents or are those?
That's actually
what are those?
This is M-Lock.
M-Lock. Okay, awesome.
Side right there.
That's good. That's a good thing.
The charging handle is up front, and it's ambidextrous. It can be switched to either side.
Is it non-reciprocating or
this one reciprocates?
Okay, so you got to keep your finger out of that.
Keep your paws out of there. Yep.
Yeah. What kind of trigger does it have?
One that you pull.
Oh my Lord.
Wow.
Sorry. Let me. I know you guys are trigger people. Let me just.
Yeah, I'm wondering how close that. No, it's not that. I'm wondering how close that trigger is to a B&T or.
I don't. I've never seen inside a B&T myself. Some people said that this was like an AR, but when you take it apart, it's kind of like it, but it's not.
Okay.
But let's see here. It actually is not a bad.
How's it take up?
For what
hold it down and so cycle it, pull it and hold it down, and then cycle it again. Hold it down. Yeah, cycle now, and release.
It's got about. I would say actual distance, maybe 1/8 of an inch.
What's the what do you think the pound pressure is on that?
Let's do it again here, just for fun.
Wow.
Oh, it's probably
5.5.
Yeah, 5.5, 6 pounds.
On the Walther meter. Me 2 on Tube wants to know what it is. Is Grand Power, right?
Grand Power, yes.
Yeah, and it's called the Grand Power what?
Strobog SP9A1.
Okay, very cool.
9mm. Supposedly, there's another version of this that has a different type of bolt in it where it actually absorbs some of the recoil. It's like a delayed blowback type action. I think they're bringing those into Canada. They haven't started bringing them in here yet. Maybe they just haven't been approved yet or what. But
yeah, and is the barrel threaded up there?
Yes, barrel is threaded half inch.
Yeah, Will Killer Keller's saying Grand Power. I don't know why he keeps saying Grand Power.
Grand Power.
Are we not saying it properly?
Who knows? I don't know.
Yeah, Rex Allen says it's in stock for $6.99.
There you go.
What?
But that's without the brace, if I'm not mistaken. Just to put.
Yeah.
So, but
okay.
I was not upset about it. I was happy to get it. I'm happy with the purchase. But yeah, very, very well made. Yes, it has half inch 28 threads on the end of the barrel. Yeah, the Tyven Show wants to know how many Walther bucks is that. It was not available at Big Daddy Guns, so far as we know, right? I have no idea. Yeah, so there you go. By the way, someone sent me, I believe it's Richard, sent me pictures of this. What is this? What are we looking at here? That's rifle. Let's see what this is. Remington 512. There you go, Remington 512. Hot off the press. Very nice, very nice, very cool. I just got a picture from from Dirty Harry, the original Dirty. Pictures of one of my rifles all painted up. I guess it's going up on Instagram. Let me see. Can we see it? Can we get a preview? Get a preview? Let me set this gun down. Knowing Dirty Harry, that probably looks pretty badass. I'm gonna bet that looks badass. Let's see what I can. Because I think I remember him telling me that he was gonna get that painted. Oh yeah, it's all painted. Shout out to the real Dirty Harry on Instagram for anyone who wants to see it. Ooh, that looks good. That does look good. Oh my Lord. Yep. Yeah. So just back off. Yeah. That's nice, Walter. He's got that tricked out. Did he change the stock? Is that a different stock? No, that's my stock in the back. Wow, it looks good with the all painted up and everything. Yeah, it looks good. Yeah. I'm jealous now. I'm very jealous. We'll have to chat. Yeah. So we got to stack up a bunch of car doors and see how many car doors. We were trying to get. I'm trying to get Dirty Harry to do something with us and shoot that thing. We'll have to have a junkyard fest or something.
Yeah, we need some tannerite down at the hacienda.
The problem with tannerite is you got to be careful of how much tanner. I don't know what the limit is. Someone has to have the explosive license. I think it's what is it, over 5 pounds?
Oh, I think it's up to 50 pounds. I'm not sure, but
50, you're saying up to 50 pounds. You don't need any.
yeah. I
Okay,
think.
yeah, we got to find out about that. I know, and I just finished. Speaking of this, I just finished editing this video tonight before I started the show. When I was out in Kansas with the Fort Scott munitions guys, which Fort Scott is going to be sponsoring us for ammo. I'm waiting to get a bunch of stuff going here, but you know, it's unofficially official. So with those guys, we blew up a Toyota T100 truck with 52 pounds of tannerite and woke up the whole town because I think we did this around 9 o'clock in the morning. So I just finished editing that video. It should be up in the next couple of days. I think Lola's going to put it on Patreon first, so all the people that support us on Patreon can check that out. If you don't support us on Patreon, you know, please do go over there and support us and help out the cause. Help us pay for the rent and all the other cool things that we do around here, and we appreciate that. But there you go. And another piece of news I wanted to let you guys know. I don't know if Rod has any Gorn that he's going to be showing.
You know what? I don't have any Gorn, but I do have an accessory here. Okay. This is for all of the ankle holster wearer people out there. You know, I love this thing, man. This is, I usually put my Ruger LCP in this, and if I'm going to like the movies or something like that, and I kind of want to be deep concealed, I will do this. It holds an extra magazine here, and it holds the of course the gun right here. It has like a little pad in the back to kind of protect your leg or your ankle or whatever. It's good to wear when you got like some knee-high socks on, athletic socks. So yeah, I usually use that when I'm going deep concealment.
Yeah. So RT, very cool, man. I think that's great use of that folding Glock that we were looking at. I would fold it, use it as an ankle thing. RTS guys says Patreon discounts for Fort Scott. Yeah, I'm gonna get discount codes and a whole bunch of things. So we'll do some giveaways, some swag, all that kind of stuff. I just need to get everything all up in the system with those guys and running. And then some quick news before I forget here in the last couple of minutes. So our friend Ken, you remember Ken from K&M Arms, Walter?
Yes.
That makes the bullpup.
Yes.
The M17S in 308. I think he's got it out in 300 blackout now for anyone who's interested in that.
Right.
I spoke to him today because YouTube deleted one of his videos about his bullpup. YouTube deleted that off his channel. So yeah. You know, the just like we were talking about with Alex Jones and all that, a lot of stuff is coming. I think people need to get ready. Right now, I would advise everyone to either go to like Gunstreamer or YouTube and go sign up with those places.
We'll have to talk about that Saturday.
Yeah, one of the things I know is if you go to either one of them and sign up or both, and if you do that, what will happen is they can actually pull all your videos over from YouTube.
Yeah, they'll do it for you. Yeah.
Yeah. So you can pull it over. I think it's a good idea. Pull all your stuff over, have it backed up. If stuff like this goes down, you know, you've already got a backup. You don't have to do that much work. You could just share the links with people. And we all need to like get up on something before everything.
I need to pull my old stuff up too, or get it. Before they delete it all.
Right. And so Ken's going to be coming on tomorrow, and I think we also have Austin from Gunstreamer will be coming on tomorrow. So we'll have Ken on to talk about what's going on. We'll have Austin from Gunstreamer so that he can talk to you guys about that platform and answer questions and all that kind of stuff. Miguel Hernandez is asking me about Full 30. Full 30 is not an option for everyone. I am on Full 30, but it's not an option that everyone can take advantage of. So that's what I have to say about that. You know,
and there's other ones out there too, you know, but once again, you got to choose what you think's right for yourself, you know. Yeah. I think at least start out looking at these things as a backup, right? Where if something happened to you today on YouTube, even if you have all your videos backed up, you're going to need to go get those videos and upload them and go through that whole thing. If you can sign up with one of these platforms and they both have the ability to pull stuff over, it makes it a lot easier for you to just go sign up, get all your stuff pulled over now, you know, and maybe start thinking of a strategy
down the line of what we would do if these guys really came down on us. You know, and I am planning on having the guys from YouTube come on as well. You know, so I'm probably going to be talking to one of them after this. So,
you're going to have a rep from YouTube on here?
No, not YouTube. Huge.
Okay. I'm like, wow, that ought to be interesting.
Yeah, YouTube's not going to come on here.
They don't do that stuff. No.
What crazy world are you living in?
they get bushwhacked so hard it'd be like freaking.
Yeah. RTS guy said he sent me a text about Parkland. I haven't gotten around to, I've got a ton of texts that I'm trying to catch up on. So, you know,
somebody was asking me to repost the pics that Real Dirty Harry sent me, but I'm gonna wait till after he posted on Instagram. So
yeah, he didn't post it up yet, right?
No, not yet. No,
yeah.
Not yet. So
that was just a little preview. If you guys want to see it first, go to Real. What is it? Is it the Real Dirty Harry or just? I think it's just Real Dirty Harry on Instagram.
Yeah, it's Real Dirty Harry. Yep.
Real Dirty Harry, yeah, on Instagram. So, and then of course Walter will have it up.
Yeah, I'll repost as soon as I'm not going to bushwhack him and put it up before he puts it on his own thing. Yeah. No way.
Absolutely. Man. But that's cool.
That's uncool.
Glad to see there's some stuff going on there with that. Let me see what else is going on. Did we leave out anything? You guys had any things you wanted to
what's going on real quick? They're talking about bullpups and ambidextrous stuff in the chat.
Okay.
I don't know. Is the Tavor and stuff, can you switch from left and right on a Tavor, or are you stuck with one way?
I think you can.
You can switch. Yeah. You can switch on the Tavor and the X95.
Yeah, I know on my Steyr knockoff from Microtech, you can switch either side. You have to pay for those parts. I had to buy those parts extra, but yeah, you can switch back and forth. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, and then I think I'm trying to think of what else. There's a couple of them out there. I don't think that the K&M one is. I don't think it's truly like ambi. And I think the reason for that, he says, is just not enough people.
Yeah.
Ordering. Like, right. There's not enough people that are handicapped with being lefties, like Walter.
You know what? If I need to, I'll cap your ass right-handed. Adapt, overcome, fire up the grill, baby.
Someone wants to know if the Celtic RDB is for lefties. I'm not 100% sure.
I'm not sure either.
Yeah, that's a good question. Could be. I'm not 100% sure. I don't own one. I did do a video on one way back, and then Celtic got really mad.
Yeah.
So
that seems like forever.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
If I see one of them out there at because like KSGs, man, are like in the low 600s nowadays. So
yeah.
KSGs. Yeah. So hopefully we'll see. I don't know about the RDB. I don't see a ton of those out there.
They pop up every once in a while from people that send me emails, like distributors. They'll have some, but not in mass quantities. And they usually pop up about $1,200, if I'm not mistaken.
Right. Okay.
There, so
around 1,200. Okay. Yeah. So
for that,
Yeah. Laggy McLaggy says, "Hey Hank, I swung by Big Daddy's last week. I like to shop. Very cool. Awesome." And Rabbit 317 says the FS 2000 ejects out the front. Oh, you know what? Okay. So the RDB is rear downward ejecting. And I think you probably could switch it. So ejection's not an issue on it, except it. If you've got it on a rest, it might burn your elbows, or if you wear shorts, it might fall in your boots and burn the shit out of you. I've seen that, but downward ejection I think is good, and I think you can switch the charging handle. It's bubbling up to my brain right now. So yeah, Mike Bryan is saying RDB ejects down, RFB ejects forward. So, and I think the safety is on both sides on that. So,
Chris Bullis was asking if I ever got the 9mm lowers from TUSC Arms. I think and yes, I did. And they had some issues. They had a major issue with the mag catch for the magazine being too small, letting the magazine go up and down by like 1/8 of an inch. And it would sometimes work, and sometimes the bolt would run right into the magazine. So yeah, we're probably gonna, because I have CNC machines and all that stuff, and a very capable machinist person. We're gonna probably make some new mag catches. But would I recommend that for somebody that wasn't been able to do that? No.
Yeah.
I don't know what their problem is. I don't know why they did that. Because I tried all the brands of magazines, including a Glock mag, and they all would not work reliably. So,
Okay.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but
yeah,
we'll fix. I bought 4 of them, and there's 3 left. Chris has got 1. I know Hank wanted 1. We're gonna fix them, make them work, but
yeah, it's gonna take time.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it for somebody who can't do things themselves. So,
Walter, how's the sales going for the what's that the shorty the 410 shotgun?
Oh, the keg 12, the keg 410, like Kyvan bought.
Yeah,
that stuff is slow right now because of the Remington and the Mossberg Shockwave shotguns, the small ones. That's kind of taking the wind out of a lot of the NFA stuff because you don't need no paperwork and you get something close. You're not going to get the thing, but you're going to get something with no paperwork.
Yeah, and a lot of people would rather not do the paperwork.
Yeah, and I don't have a problem with it. It's not a big deal on my end of the thing. We still sell them, we still transfer them, but it's if you want really small, then you got to pay the piper. If you
Okay, so Walter, let me ask you this: so if I were to get the 410, what type of paperwork and how much is it going to cost me?
It's an AOW, so it's only $5 for the tax stamp, and then the cost of the shotgun, which is a
right.
So it's well,
not the cost of the shotgun, just the
the
paperwork is
the tax stamp is only $5 for an AOW,
and that's immediate, right?
And you just have to be patient.
No, it's a wait. You have to wait.
How long is the wait?
And the waits have gotten shorter, but you're still probably going to talk 4 or 5 months for the wait.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not the end of the world. I mean, I'm used to that kind of thing, and because I've ordered stuff and it's taken years to get.
Right.
But that's another story.
Yeah.
But,
so go ahead.
I usually order things like that and just forget about it, and this shows up one day. So the wait has gotten shorter, actually. NFA has gotten a little better. So.
Okay, good.
Yeah. So I'm gonna wrap it up here because we're over 9 o'clock. Sergeant Poppy asked, "Does YouTube support live chat?" I'm not sure on that. And I know they definitely don't have live yet. We're gonna have Gunstreamer on tomorrow, and at some point, the YouTube guys on, which I think is a great opportunity for you guys to come in, ask a bunch of questions, and tell them what kind of features you're looking for. But I think that these guys are trying to develop all those things, and in time, you will get all those things. So, including you will even probably be able to do live videos from there. So, that's cool. There you go. All right, so let's wrap it up here. Rod Mills, what do you have going on? What do you want to remind the folks about out there?
Man, I gotta actually get back at the range sometime soon. I've been for those that know me, I've been kind of away from the gun nation for maybe the last
the snail
month.
Penises out your mouth and get back on.
But vacation, I got one more vacation for my birthday weekend for Labor Day weekend, so I'll be celebrating that down in Orlando. But after that, it's going to be strictly football and guns until the beginning of the year. So, and then of course, my schedule comes in seasons. I'm maybe 60% football, 40% guns until January, and then when January hits, I'm about 90% guns until about maybe I would say March or April. So
when it's cool out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So before we go to Walter, Special K says he thinks 704 Tactical got a strike also.
I heard about that.
904 did. 904 outdoors.
Yeah, those guys definitely did. 704 Tactical is a completely different thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I heard the 704 got one. I saw that. Yeah.
On what? On what video? Do you know?
I'm not sure. I think it was a post I saw on Instagram actually. So.
Yeah. So I would suggest right now, everyone go out there. My advice, go out. You got Gunstreamer, you got YouTube. Go out there and look at those. There's a bunch of different things going on. So hopefully I'll be able to bring you guys more news and updates and all this kind of stuff. Rex Allen says K&M did as well. Yeah, that's what we were just talking about. Yeah, so we'll have K&M Arms on tomorrow to talk about that and some other things. Until then, we're getting out of here. We will see you guys tomorrow. Peace. We are out. We're out of here. And as we've said, keep the snail penises out of your mouth, America. Stay snail free. Is Rod even still there? I don't know if Rod's hearing on any of this.